See us?
Oh, cause
You're unmuted now.
the video camera, it wouldn't undo it. Right click it real quick.
I know we're trying to get it to where you can see us. It's my webcam.
Okay, that's no problem.
But no, we see you because you didn't change the screen, the background, and everything. Oh, I gotta go get some music. Hold on, we gotta get some music too. I know everybody waiting, like, where they at? Where they at? Yes, just some small technical difficulties.
Jazz sounds great.
Jazz? Mm-hmm. Yes, you can shut that. Thank you.
I'll just go work out after I leave here.
Are you?
Then go see Victoria to get a massage.
I know that's right. So you can get a massage and then turn around and
got the rest of my day.
Actually.
Uptown Funk.
You know. What you got Uptown Funk? Oh, with Bruno Mars?
Yeah. I love Bruno.
He is awesome. I need to go over here and open up my I know the anticipation is eagerly waiting for everyone.
Hey, Wayne, you wanna should we do a Facebook Live and then have them do a watch party?
Yes, I'm gonna do a live and y'all can do a watch party. Okay. So when we go live, if you can catch it and do the watch party. I haven't gone live yet because I'm still setting up all my stuff on my end. Come on, Windows Media. Did I have my go live over here? Gotta do all my little hashtags, make sure everybody's on there with their coffee.
It's hot. I haven't been drinking coffee, so I've been doing the Dr. CB thing.
Dr. CB?
Mm-hmm. So, like, no bread, no dairy.
Oh, yeah.
Just, huh? Nah, you're not supposed to. That's what I'm saying. I'm about to drink some. I haven't had none in a couple of weeks. But I'm about to do some and then go work out. So
come on.
I'll let this be my reward today.
I'm gonna get this where I can tag y'all in here.
You what?
I need coffee.
You need coffee? There's Donelle Cole.
I thought I did too, man. But I've been doing this stuff with sea moss and marine and then like lemon and lime. It gives you a lot of energy.
That's good.
If you mix the right stuff. So yeah, I've been trying to break myself off of that and sugar. I've been trying doing it.
So Winfred, how I normally sorry.
Huh?
I said sugar, yes, coffee,
no. Have you had Death Wish?
No.
You ain't had no real caffeine and you ain't had no real coffee until you had Death Wish. So when you
where do I get it from?
That's deathwish.com, actual company. I'll have to grab a pod here. Matter of fact, I'll grab one and put one in the mail for you. That's what I'll do. You're gonna be turned all the way up.
Okay, Winfred.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no, you good. What I was gonna say is what we normally do is I normally jam for a few minutes at the beginning of the show, and then I jam at the end of the show. Okay.
Nice too. Oh, Sonny, come on.
Man. Oh, now you know. Gotta do what you gotta do. What you gotta do. I guess I got so many apps open to where it's moving slow on my end, so I'm supposed to start shutting some stuff down. You see how slow it's moving?
Mm-hmm. Bruno made me want to pop lock.
Not the pop. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
We're gonna talk about money today. Come on, man.
Got so much stuff I'm trying to cast to. Cause uptown both gonna give it to you. Cause uptown both gonna give it to you.
Uptown, gonna give it to you. Saturday night.
Oh, it's already live there. He said, make me want to pop lock.
This is funny, man.
It is fun.
We look like we could have our own news station.
You know.
Boy, I'm just saying. I don't know. Good morning, America.
It says preview. Come on. Got a police and a fireman. I'm too hot. Yeah, it's moving real slow. Girls say hallelujah. Cause uptown funk don't give it to you. Cause uptown funk don't give it to you. Cause uptown funk don't give it to you.
Don't believe it.
Okay, y'all should be able to do a live. Y'all should be able to go
Do the watch party.
watch party, yeah.
Hey, 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 hey.
Do, 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 before we leave.
Uptown, funk you up. Say uptown, funk you up.
Come on, my screen, y'all. I got so much stuff open. Dance, jump on it.
Saturday night, we in the spot. Come on.
Don't believe me, just watch. Do, 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 do. Looking fresh, girl. Thank you, Beauty. Clean out your cash.
Oh, yeah.
How do I do that?
In the settings.
Let me close some of this stuff out.
Say what?
Welcome to Neighborhood Jams live with Sonny Pouncil, and I'm here with my special guest, Mr. Donelle Cole.
Once again.
And then, of course, I have a special exclusive guest that's with us today, Mr. Winfred Burns. Good morning to you, sir. And so this morning, good morning. And so we're having some technical difficulties, if you have not witnessed already, but I wanted to make sure that we come on. I see your comments, Barbara. I wish I could have did that before I did the live because it was just like crazy. So welcome you all. And as I'm having to share my screen, because again, we're doing this live. And so I'm actually not looking at you guys, but I do want you to focus your direction to Mr. Winfred here, who's with us this morning. So thank you, Mr. Winfred, for being with us. And so just to be clear, my name is Sunny with Your Unique Homes, powered by now Platinum Realty. Yes, I have made a change and to work for, but I just felt the need to make a move for myself and for my business. And so with that, I had some questions because I had stock inside EXP, which was with EXPI. And so I reached out to Donelle Cole and trying to get some information, some insights on what I need to do about transferring my stock. So that's what promoted this conversation for today. But I can't start anything without giving special props for my special sponsors. So thank you, Miss Christine Harris over at Morningstar Storage for giving away a 2 months free unit of any size. And of course, it comes with some boxes. It comes with a roll of tape, cylinder lock, and a Morningstar tote bag. Morningstar tote bag is pretty huge. I do want to mention new in Miss Sylvia's homemade butter cookies is now in the mix with us. So thank you so much, Miss Sylvia, or giving away as one of the giveaways a dozen of butter cookies, assorted butter cookies. So come on, if you ain't tried these butter cookies, you're gonna be in for a treat. Let me just tell you that, okay? Thank you to my DeBoat Brothers, which is where I'm actually live and remote today from my new home, Social Solutions. So thank you guys. And they're giving away a 1 hour studio recording time, which is where I'm at right now in their studio. Nice setup. They have microphones here set up for podcasts for real. Also, we're doing a $199 special promo that is going to be a 30-60-second video as well. And as soon as I get integrated with my stuff, then I promise you, I will share that 30-second video that I've done. Definitely want to thank Miss Victoria Huggins over at Studio 89 Massage. She's giving away a 1 hour massage. And if you were able to catch the live Fox 25 News with Living Oklahoma, the Biz Buzz, this past Monday, I had Miss Victoria Huggins on the show. So thank you so much, my beautiful sister. We're going to continue to network and collaborate amongst our own demographics, if that makes any sense. But then I'm also going to reach out to other businesses as well. But thank you so much for making my special client, Tasha Stewart, a special person in which she deserved it. All deserve it. So let's be clear. But I'm working with and partnering with Victoria Huggins to include that as a package for my clients. Thank you, Miss Joy Poteet over at Enjoy Natural for your facial and hair care products. And then, of course, thank you, Miss Utopia, Miss Sharina Perry, and David Threet over at Utopia Wellness. On the way, 2 of the 5 products that you do see here. I also want to thank Get Genius Academy with Asa Laveau for giving us a trip for 2 for Las Vegas or Cancun. It includes rooms, board, and food. But you guys, I must say, it doesn't cost anything for you to share these videos. And so in order to be a contestant for that, you must share each of my Neighborhood Jams Lives videos. And I've done it every Thursday for this entire month of May. So if you haven't shared them, you have to share them in order to be put in the drawing. And what I'm going to do is on Saturday morning sometime, I'm just going to go live and I'm going to announce the winners and do the drawing live right on this podcast. So just make sure you tune in on Saturday as I'll be drawing those winners for the sponsor prizes. So thank you again for your support and your love. And I just have to make recognitions right now that for the month of April, I had over 4,000 viewers tune in to this podcast, and that is so impressive. So I've got to tell you guys, thank you from the bottom. What I like to do with Neighborhood Jams Live is edify other local businesses and bring this information to you so that way you're aware of what's going on. And so you can kind of see the cameras is just going back there. So it's kind of interesting to see that. But I want to go ahead and I've got to bring in my other special guest, Mr. Winfred Burns, and we're talking stocks and bonds. And so Donelle Cole's no stranger to us. He's coming back to us a second wave, and we're going to continue to keep working with Donelle Cole and coming on here live, and we're going to add Mr. Winfred Burns into that because we do feel like financial, stocks, bonds, investing is something you need to really consider. So thanks to eXp Realty, I was able to be exposed to stocks. I had no idea, still don't understand stocks, which is why I brought these gurus on today so we can talk about this. And best believe this may not be the first. It will be plenty of series that we're going to have to cover because it's so detailed to where we can't cover all your questions within a 30-minute time frame. Okay. But I do want to mention they have collaborated with me. And so they will be at my Home Sweet Home Ownership Expo. That will be here in Oklahoma City on Saturday, October the 5th, 2019 from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And that is the Home Sweet Home Ownership Expo. I have added that class for stocks and bonds with financing, investing into that realm of that expo. So you don't want to miss that. Okay. So no further ado, let's dive into this information because I'm excited to ask some questions. And so Donelle, we know who you are, my brother. You're here locally known in Oklahoma City. But Winfred, where are you calling us from, sir?
So I currently reside in Holland, Michigan, but I'm a product of Chicago, Illinois. So born and raised in Chicago, in the city and west side, south side of Chicago.
West side. Chi-town, huh? Hell you. All right now.
Yeah. And so I got my degree in finance at Langston University, and then after I left Langston, I began working in financial services. I had record sales.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's the short version of who I am.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's over 18 years of financial experience.
Yes, 18 years of financial services experience. So I started out as an assistant branch manager, then a branch manager, and managed multiple branches. And then I'm a business banker, a financial advisor, and then my most recent position was a consumer deposit product specialist, where I managed the deposit product line for a credit union. So
awesome.
I've done it
well-rounded.
I've done a good chunk of the things in financial services.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I sure do appreciate you, my brother, for being here, and I can't wait to meet you in person and have you here with us in October. And then, of course, you're doing other big things here in Oklahoma City as well as you come back and give to the community. So we thank you for that. You have an upcoming expo that's coming up. Is that correct?
I have a conference coming up, yes, August 9th through 11th in Chicago called the Level Up Conference.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're teaching people faith, family, and finance. So I've got speakers coming in that are going to, again, in those three areas, give us the tools to empower us to grow our businesses, to make our marriages better, to recover from broken relationships, to serve our community better. So
That's awesome, man.
I covered it all in 2.5 days, and so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Yes, that is so important to have. You know, we got to have a balance of it all, you know. It definitely helps. So we thank you for that.
It's awesome.
So what are we talking about? Stock. It's in an EXPI. I just called to find out it's transferring from one brokerage to another brokerage. And so right now my stock is kind of like
sitting.
And I'm like, I've got to get my hands on my stock. And so speaking with you, Donelle, for the last week as I go through my transition out of EXP into Platinum Realty, thank you so much. Thank you, man. It's that you always trying to figure out, well, I got this information. What do I need to do with it? So it's always great to have those resources on your belt so that you can be like, hey, I need to call. And so at the drop of the hat, I think you were at a birthday party or something. You took my call and even text me some information. And it took about 5 or 10 minutes. And then we linked back up on another day. So I want to personally tell you thank you. So I appreciate that. So talk to me. I have these stocks. What are some sound things that I need to be looking at or doing, Winfred and Donelle?
Okay. You want to go first? Okay. And so we'll just start off with the phone call. So you guys, just to get a good idea of what's going on with her, she has some stock. She's transitioning to a new stage of her life and ownership, which is awesome. So we want to shed some light on that. So when it comes to stocks, a lot of times you can give different recommendations. I like to look at a person's vision, what they want to achieve, whether it be short-term goals, whether it be mid-term goals, whether it be long-term goals. And in Sunny's case, my licenses have been suspended because I have investments now, but I was a Series 6 and 63 federal regulated agent. So when she gave me the call, the first thing I want to do is figure out what are stocks. I know a lot of times when a person wants to go see an advisor, they usually have questions about stocks. What should I do with them? Is there anything that I can do with them? There's tax penalties that go into them if you don't handle them the proper way. So all these are different type of questions you want to know. So first thing I want to ask Sonny is, what are you looking forward to with the stocks? Are you looking to grow them? What type of risk are you going to have as far as if you're going to invest? If you're dealing with the platform, what type of expense fees are associated with that platform? Because a lot of times we have a 401k or you may have a Roth IRA, you have a manager that's going to actually charge you to manage it. And so these are some of the kind of questions that I wanted to ask Sunny about with her stocks. And we still have a recommendation. But one thing I know that you can do is if you all are kind of new to investing, it seems like it's really intimidating. A lot of times financial advisors throw out a lot of lingo that sounds outrageous. And so typically what I do is I present an illustration. All right. And we'll do it in two ways. I'll say, let's say you're going to buy a condo, right? And you have two options within this condo. You can either get the top of the penthouse roof, amazing view of the beach. The water looks amazing. It's pretty free, pretty, free. You don't have a lot of boundaries. Or you have the first floor. If there was a fire that was going to start, which one would you want to be on? Would you want to be on the first floor? You know what I'm saying? Or where you got to get out fast if there's a fire, or would you want to be on the top of the penthouse? And so that kind of like determines where you feel you would want to do with your money. If you feel like you don't have a lot of risk, then you can go with more stocks. You can do stuff that's kind of high risk, high reward. Or if you feel like maybe reward is more for hedging against loss. So in her case, there's a lot that goes into it, but I try to get a general overview of it. But I'm a big advocate for low expense because I like you to be able to grow it. I'm a little bit younger, so I have a little bit to play with. And I'm also in the position where at my age, I have enough to want to grow long term. So young Sonny's, she's relatively young as well.
Yes.
She's building assets, she's building a company.
Yes.
And so these are all the kind of things that you want to go into. So if I say like a 5, maybe 3-step quick program would be, what is your vision? What are some things, as far as your short-term goals, middle-term goals, long how much money would you have that you want to invest for these type of visions? That are you buying a new home? Are you, are the children going to be going to college? How do you feel about debt? What are some things that you value? Are you trying to pay off debt? What is the compounding? What is the interest that you're paying on some of the loans that you have? Some of those type of things. And in regards to your assets, how much assets have you accumulated in your 401k, in your Roth IRA? And then also looking into not just debt management, but also as she starts to get where she's at, she might be wanting to look into a will to be able to protect everything that she's accumulated. And so what I like to do is view of everything. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
Okay. Winfred, did you want to piggyback on anything of that nature before I start answering?
Everything he said is right. That's all correct. Everything he said is correct. I think, so the gist of it for somebody who that might have been over your head.
Yeah.
Is, is that you have to know where you're trying to go and what the purpose of the
yes.
is.
Okay.
And so because ultimately, if this is, I'm assuming based on what he said, this is retirement money. If this is retirement money, then there's a direction you would go. If this is not retirement money, there's a different direction.
Right.
And what he talked about was called risk aversion.
Right.
So he wanted to find out how much fluctuations in your portfolio can you handle? Because I've experienced, especially with some of my older African American clients who have gone through Great Depression, or they've gone through periods where people have sold their products and they lost all their money.
Yeah.
But they're not risk averse, so they don't want to see fluctuation.
Right.
So that helps me understand time frame, and I'm not going to put them in something
that's risk.
That's risky.
We can have conversations about beyond beats. I'm not going to put you in something where tomorrow
the market could crash. Right.
And you calling me, scared. That's not what I want. I want to put you in something that's going to make you comfortable, that you understand that there could be some fluctuation, but it's not going to be as much. So those are all the conversation things that Donelle was talking about, and those are exactly right. Because I think a lot of people, especially in our community, are afraid to talk about money because they're afraid, A, they don't have money, or they don't think they have enough to invest.
Right.
They don't think they know enough about it in order to start.
Right.
And both of those, you might not have enough money, or excuse me, you might not understand all the language, but the language of finance is really just, I always say, just the language of the street. And
yeah.
The streets, you understand.
And I gotta break that down.
Okay. Well, what my intentions for these stocks were basically just to, I had the option to get them, and so because I had the option, I think I have over 1,100 or 1,500 shares in stock in EXPI. Well, checking the value of those, I think they were at $11.30 a share, and so I was like, okay, well, break that down to me. Can I pull that money out? I need the money. I'm gonna make an investment. But naturally, what I'm thinking is I want to kind of keep bubbling that money, if that makes sense. I don't want to just kind of pull it out while it's at $10,000-$20,000 now. I want it to be able to be residual. I do have 2 boys. I have a 4-year-old son that I want to pass this legacy down to him. And so, it's one of those things that now that I have that option, I'm not sure what my goals need to look like. I know I want to make some smart
That we
investments.
can help you.
I
Yeah.
definitely want to make something that it can double and possibly triple. I'm
Right.
not looking for a fast turnaround,
Right.
but just to have it in there
Slow
since it's,
growth.
I mean, it's
Uh-huh.
been there and it's now vested since I've vested with EXP for 3 years. And
Right.
so now I was suggested to take those stocks out and convert them into cash,
Right.
and then bring them over, and then another
Right.
financial advisor.
So
That information I
right.
sent you from that
Right.
one
Right.
financial advisor.
And so that was like a so they have like Betterment. So she was recommended to get a management platform. And so, you know, Betterment has one. I use Betterment. There's one Trans Alpha, but basically what it is you're kind of like your own management. They select the stocks that they want to, and you know, and you basically just say what kind of risk that you want to, and based on the risk that you provide is how it's complicated to it. And so what I did that got me talking to Winfred, matter of fact, is that my kids, they like Starbucks all the time. So I'm like, well, hey, instead of going to Starbucks and buying coffee, why don't you buy stock in Starbucks?
Yes.
So usually when I break it down, because some people don't understand it, so I say, okay, you remember that game that came out in the 60s and 70s? It was by Milton Brothers. All right, there was a little dog, there was a little car, and every time you pass go, you got $200. What is that game called?
That's Monopoly.
Monopoly, right? Okay. So when you look at Monopoly as a whole board, you remember there was a property, there's 2 properties that you land on, and you got the most money when you landed on those properties. What were you remember those properties, Winfred? One of them was Park Place. Boardwalk.
I was gonna say
Boardwalk. Okay.
Boardwalk,
So you remember Boardwalk, you remember Park Place, right? Okay. And then you remember there was 4 parts on the board that you can get. There were the utilities and there were the railroad. And so whenever you look at investments, right, anytime you landed on one of those things, people had to pay you for landing on it. And the reason why people had to pay you because it was worth value. And so when you're looking at investments, you say, well, what should I do with my money? So you can look at it and say, okay, what are some things that people really value? We're going to use utilities. So if you want, you know, you said, I want my money to grow long term. I want to get dividends. Well, we know utilities are going to be around.
Yes.
Right. We know pharmaceutical companies are going to be around.
Yes.
Right. We know technology is going to be around.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
We're
so
having some issues now, but yeah.
Right. Well, having issues, but and so the reason why I say this because when you think of it like Monopoly, it was a game. We can all familiarize ourselves game. It eases a little bit of the anxiety because it just makes sense, right? If I invest in utilities, I might be okay because I'm going to be using that. You know, if I invest in pharmaceuticals, which we all want to live longer, we want to be healthier. We know wellness is going to be a big thing, so that's something we can invest in. Let me see what other things, but you get the gist of it. If I mention it like that, you can understand. So
I also say things like the things that we use on a daily basis, whether we're comfortable with on a daily basis, if you don't have any understanding about investing, I always ask, what do you know? Like what are you comfortable with? If you are a person who is comfortable with natural hair care and things like that, if you're a person who likes fashion, there are look at companies in that industry,
right.
that do what you are comfortable with. Because if you're good at fashion, you can walk into any retail store and just by the way that particular, so if you walk into a Banana Republic today, you can walk into a Banana Republic and say, I think this is a good business. And I think this is a good business because the service is good, because the price is good, because they're bringing to market on what the industry needs.
Right.
You know, what the public needs. Like you feel you can also walk into another store and say, this store ain't gonna last long.
Right.
Because they do this, they do that. But like we can do that.
Come on.
Good analogy.
Right.
Good analogy.
It is.
Good analogy.
I understand Beyond Meat. I understand what Beyond Meat is about to do.
Right.
I understand this industry. I understand this is where the country or where the world is going. I'm going to invest in that company. And that's literally what you do. So you don't have to find something or go into an industry that you don't get.
Right.
Start with the industry that you do get.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something you believe in.
As
Yeah.
you learn, you can go into that because you have to find what you're investing in. You say you're investing in something that you believe in. And you believe in this company, you believe that the company's going to do well, invest in that.
And why? And so let's talk about why, because I think that we haven't discussed the stock market itself. So the stock market has been in inception since 1926, right?
Okay.
Now, let me ask you this: how long has the market been up? If I give you a percentage between 0% and 100%, how often do you think the market has been up?
At least 80%.
74%.
What?
74. All right.
And I don't know nothing
All
about
right,
the
there
market.
you go. Boom, right? And
Look
so,
yes.
we should take advantage of this because 74% is not bad. Even 80% is not bad.
Yes.
And when you think about people that usually are scared, there's things like market manipulation where people say something publicly. Like you posted an ad about the guy that was totally against Beyond Meat, right? And Beyond Meat is a plant-based company that just went public, I think May 5th or May 6th. But I actually eat plant-based meat. And when I seen the market, I was like, yo, I didn't even know they went public. So I seen the ad that he posted, the article, major CEO who was like, it's not going to be around, it's not going to last. But me, I was thinking, man, this is something I eat, this is something I enjoy.
Mhm.
You know, this might be a really good opportunity to make some good money. A lot of people like cannabis. So they like the
Yes.
cannabis stocks because that's another big thing and it's really new, but it's going to be something that may be around that proposes a lot of value that you can buy for like $8. But I mentioned this with Winfred because we both had this conversation and I was like, yo, so do you think this would be something good to buy? Because when they opened, it was $25 a share, right? Some of them, we bought some cannabis stock, not to put our business out there, but it was $8 a share.
What?
$8 a share, right? And so if you look
Now,
at
where's
other,
that shirt at? I need to
I'm
be getting
gonna
some
I'm gonna
shares.
show you.
I
I'm
need to
gonna
be
show
getting some
you.
investments.
Oh, six, right? 625, right? So people think, man, this stuff is
Wow.
really expensive. But the crazy thing about it is if you look at other cannabis ones that sold 1,000% return.
See?
Some of them have been as high as 3,000% return. So you think $8? I mean, if I get 1,000%, $8,000 from $8 invested, or even $800, heck, even $80.
$8.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
off of an
This,
$8 investment,
yeah.
that
And
is a smart
so
investment.
it
Yeah.
really is. It's become a game that I've kind of enjoyed because I'm like, man, if I could make a couple dollars and to become a millionaire, it's not like you're looking for the big thing. It's really the slow gains over time that makes the biggest deal.
Okay.
Because if you put in $8,
I think what you just said is what people need to understand is that when we invest in the market, we're not investing. These are not typically. You will do some short-term investment,
right?
Companies that you want to grow.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
You want it to be. I look at a couple of years ago, it was 5 years ago, where Amazon was trading.
Man, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you bought in 5 years ago on Amazon when it was trading at, I don't even know, I'm just saying $250 a share, and now it's trading at $1,250
yes.
a share.
That's some.
That different times the amount of shares that you own, and so that's why when you hear me talk, you hear me say, "Listen, I understand. Even if you don't have a ton of money, buy one.
Right. Buy two. Yeah.
Buy one next month. Buy one the following month.
Right.
Both Donelle and I preach so much about budgeting and financial management because if you don't have a good grasp of where your money is going, then
right.
you don't know how much you can afford. And you can literally
right.
with some of these platforms automatically
invest it.
Buy a certain amount of stock.
You can.
Say, I'm gonna buy $50 worth of stock every 2 weeks, every time I get a pay period. Automatically.
There you go.
Do anything with it. So it's possible to get started if you don't have much.
Right.
We just gotta get started and stop saying we don't get it, but we're afraid.
Right.
We don't lose all our money. We're not saying put all your money into it.
That's correct.
Start.
Mm-hmm.
Start somewhere. Build wealth now.
Right.
Because it's there.
Right.
It's there.
I like
well,
that.
I definitely want to spend my 100 shares or 15. I thought maybe she knew I was on live.
Hey, mama.
But
They don't care.
right. It's like, Mom, I'm on live. I go live every Thursday at 10:30 in the morning. So, but anyway, I want okay.
Aurora, and I think another one is it Hexo? Hexo. So if you go into, and you know what we'll do, just so we can spread it among each other, we'll post the Robinhood link because one of the things I've been doing with my friend is if you order through a link that we have, you actually get a free stock and we get a free stock. And so we'll post both of those because I got about 3 of my friends just started on investing. It's pretty awesome. They post articles, and if it's something you like, you just buy the stock right then and there. It's attached to your account. So it's really easy. Every single day they monitor it. Once it goes up and it goes down, you actually have an idea what it is. But Aurora is a good one. Is it ABS? ACB. Yeah, and that's the one that me and him both, I got into it, but he's been watching it. I'm watching it too. I'm looking to see what the CEO is doing to see if they sell it. Because usually some of the smaller companies, once they become public, Sometimes they hold the company, they kind of do investing, and sometimes they sell the company. And usually those really, really large returns are because they sold the company and somebody bought it out, and you end up getting all the return on it. So
Okay.
oh, one more thing. One more other investment that you can do if you're not looking at Amazon is like PayPal or mobile banking. That's another good investment because a lot of the mobile platforms that you guys are already using, you can invest in PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. You can actually invest in that because that's relatively new. Future.
Okay, so if you're not watching the money,
I
Winfred.
answer that question real quick?
Sure.
Previous question. So first of all, before I say so, that the fact that he and I might not have the same answer is not a bad thing. It's just different perspective. Which is why you have to go into this. So why you go into this having to be sure about what's right. I would say depending on the person. So if you are a person who does not have a lot of money, I think buying into a stock like Amazon might not be the best move because if you have a limited amount of money, and there are other stocks that have lower costs that you might get. So for every full share of stock that you buy, that is one share of ownership that you have.
Okay.
So, which means that when it comes time to make the decision, for a company to make a decision, they have to ask you. So they issue a proxy to make vote, and you get to respond. It also means
that's good.
That, like when you talk about with another company, if they get purchased, those shares get bought, and sometimes they'll give you 2 or 3 shares for your one.
There we go. Appreciate that.
And they'll split. So there are a lot of things that they can do. I think sometimes you have to also say that, can I spend $1,000 on one share?
Or should I diversify it?
I say, should I $250 and buy
5
shares of another stuff?
Yeah.
So you have to look at it and say, because I have more control if I have the 50 and I still believe that this company is as opposed to I'm buying a 10th of a share of Amazon. So I think you have to look at it from that perspective.
That's true.
And possibly look again, what is your long-term goal? If
right.
Your long-term goal
that's good.
Build shares, because especially if you're buying a stock that gives dividends. Part of your dividend comes determined by how much the percentage of the stock that you
right.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That can get deep too.
That was some good information.
Yep. Another thing too is you can do that with your 401k. So that's primarily what a 401k is. When you see a mutual fund is just small bits of multiple different funds inside of your portfolio. So a lot of you are already doing that with your 401k. You may not know it, but a lot of the times the managers are actually invested in these particular type of things anyway.
Okay.
So you look like sometimes there's indexes. You have the S&P 500. Top 500 public traded companies in America, your Apple, Ford, all those different type of companies.
I was going to say Apple for sure might be a great investment.
Google.
What about Costco?
Oh, good. It just depends on what you believe. Costco is beast in here. I haven't been in there, but oh my God.
That location over there on Memorial and Western.
Yeah.
It's since they opened the parking lot there, you
always
can't even see a parking spot.
Yep.
And I'm traveling off the turnpike, so yeah, just imagine that.
Costco was trading at $242 a share.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They pay their employees very well. I mean, they're doing something right. And so
Amazon's trading for $1,815.
It's crazy. Google too. Google's up there. Google is too. Yeah, Google's up there.
Yeah. Well, we have extended our 30-minute marking here,
cool.
But it was just great wealth of information that we just could not go without having you guys getting this information. So I definitely want to take the time to making time out of his time today to visit with us. We make sure that we circle around and keep bringing this information to you guys. As you see, we've got so much technology right now to where my cast off the television has come off. So I have tagged these handsome gentlemen in my comment post. So if you are needing to get further questions, please make sure you're reaching out to them. We want to make sure you are knowledgeable about your shares, about your stock. It's nothing more than to understand. And best believe I'll be keeping you up to date as I go through my transition to transfer my stock into a cash and then spread it throughout various values with companies. And so I'm excited about what you guys have to share. I just started a
daily Q&A where I'm telling people if they have questions that they might have, they can inbox them to me. That's a good opportunity for people who are watching this if you have questions. So you can either email me at themoneymentor1@gmail.com, or if you're my friend on Facebook or Instagram, then you can go ahead and just inbox me the question. I won't use your name or any of your delicate information. But again, like you said, if we don't talk about it, we'll never know. So let's learn together.
Yes.
And I appreciate you for having me. Me and Donelle and the three of us, we're going to continue to collaborate.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, we definitely got to do some more work.
Absolutely.
I definitely feel that.
Our community better, so I appreciate you for having me.
Well, and what we may do is we may look at a series starting next week. Each Thursday for the month of June, we dive into a certain part of stocks and maybe even show how to look at it, how to read it. That's one of the things that I truly have an issue. I can see all the stock numbers, they're running so fast. I'm like, I can understand it's a plus and I understand there's a minus and I know when it's in red, but I don't know when it's time to move things. And Winfred, remind me, is that what something you do? You oversee a person's stocks and portfolio?
No, so I coach. I'm like Donelle. They suspended. I had to get my license suspended in order to be a business speaker. So
okay, so you just strictly coach.
So I coach and train, and I do seminars.
Okay.
So you did what I did, yeah.
So we've got to get us someone that you guys can refer us to when it comes to managing and overseeing, because I'll be the first to tell you I don't have the time.
Yeah.
But I want somebody that I can trust. I want somebody that can trust. I can trust my money with.
Yeah, that's it.
Because I'll have to hurt somebody. I'm just saying. I'm just being real. Just being real. Because I think if somebody else was messing with their money, they'd be in the same situation. So that's why
it's good to have a teacher too. So I give it up for the Winfred, man, because I mean it's good to have a teacher, someone that can educate on it. Because a lot of times we typically invest in people without having to have that burden, but it's good to be educated so you can understand it.
Absolutely, you got to know.
You don't just want to have an advisor; you want to have a teacher, someone that can make sure you taught how to understand this yourself.
Yes,
because it's your life savings, it's your legacy we're talking about. We're talking about building legacies. Yeah, it's important.
It's important.
Yeah,
it's very important. So before we go, I have to do my daily motivator. I got to do something positive and leave you guys on a positive note. So I hope that you truly enjoy today's episode. Episode 35. Remember episode 50. I want to make it big. I want to have as many of my guests here as we possibly can, because I'm going to be giving away a $50 right on live show. So if you're not on my podcast, you need to be on it. So here's the daily motivator. Answer the call. Stop making up stories about why you can't. Start talking the initiative, and do what you can. You're capable of so many great things if you'll just do them. Let authentic purpose push you into action now. Conditions are not perfect. You're burdened with challenges and limitations. Have the courage, the vision to see it all as the great opportunity it is. Life is not fair. Some people seek to deceive you, and disappointments abound. But that doesn't mean you have to resign yourself to being a victim. Indeed, if everything were already perfect, there would be no value, no joy, no fulfillment in working to make the world better. As it is, life's present shortcomings put you in an ideal position to create a splendid future. Feel the weight of positive possibilities as it calls to you, inspires you, and encourages you. Answer the call and work to create all the great results you're capable of producing. Love Ralph Morston. He is on point with his daily motivators. If that couldn't be more motivating for you today, to answer the call, to start doing your investments. Don't wait, don't delay, don't slow play it. Get educated. Reach out to these financial gurus that I have partnered up with and get yourself educated on stocks, bonds, how to invest into them. And you guys, like I said, I'll be keeping you up to date on when my stuff get transferred and how well it's doing. And Lord knows, I hope to be a millionaire within the next 3 to 5 years.
It's possible.
But it will be done through stocks and bonds. And then, of course, I'll be investing in real estate as well. So I've got to thank, before we get off of here, I got to thank my sponsors again. My sponsors is Morningstar Storage, who's giving away a 2-month free unit of any size. You'll get roll of tape, cylinder lock, and a tote. Thank you, Miss Sylvia Love with Sylvia's Homemade Butter Cookies. You're now able to get a dozen of assorted strawberry or butter cookies. I have some flavors here that's listed on my little sheet here if you can see those. So those will be some of the assorted cookies that'll come in that bundle. So thank you, Miss Sylvia, for now partnering in to be a sponsor for our podcast. And then, of course, my remote location right now is Social Solutions, and I got to thank my DeBoat brothers for doing that. We're now giving away a 1 hour free in-studio recording time, which is where we are right now. And it's live. It's set up. It's so unique for you to utilize. Awesome. And, of course, they're doing let's turn it the right side up, a $199 special promo. It's a 30, 60-second promo video, and I've got to share you guys mine. And then, of course, we got to thank Miss Victoria Huggins for giving away a 1 hour free massage. Thank you, Victoria from Studio 89 Massage, as well as Enjoy Natural from Joy Petite, who's giving away a skincare. She also has natural hair care products as well. So you got to make sure you check out Miss Joy Petite. Thank you, Miss Utopia Wellness, Miss Sharina Perry, and her team, David Threets, over at Utopia Wellness for providing Genius Academy. Thank you, Asa Laveau, for giving us a trip for two to Las Vegas or Cancun. We did give away ready. So you guys, let me tell you, what we're going to do is you need to share this video to be entered in for the drawing. You got all the way up till tomorrow at midnight, but on Saturday morning, I'll be doing a drawing. So those winners that shared all the videos for the month of May will be entered for those drawings. Awesome, and at that point, you'll have 48 hours to they'll be gone if you don't come get them in 24 hours. I'm just saying, those cookies are some bomb. Oh my gosh. Winfred, I got to send you some cookies. And when you come here, I got to get you connected with Miss Sylvia Love so you can taste the love in them cookies. Hey, we're talking about the old school butterscotch cookies. Okay? Yeah, the one you be wanting to slap somebody. Did you take my cookie? We fighting. I'm dumping in my spirit. She puts a lot of love in them cookies, boys. So I sure do appreciate her and all my sponsors for sponsoring in. And thank you guys, my handsome guys, my financial gurus, Donelle Cole and Mr. Winfred Burns II. We so appreciate you guys for joining in. And stay tuned, because coming up for June, we're going to roll out some investments. We're just going to make June investment month. So we need to talk about so many different ways that you can invest. And again, I am a licensed realtor. So if you're looking to buy or sell or invest in investment properties, make sure you look me up. You can find me at 405-201-4241. You can also find me on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me everywhere. I'm out there. So just look me up, hook me up. Let me help you. Let me educate you on home ownership. Okay.
One more thing. You guys, make sure y'all tune in. Scoop, we both actually have podcasts too.
Yep.
Man, and Mr. Winfred, he's a host of Scoop Radio. If you guys don't know, man, I'll check it out. I love it. Great energy, great topics. I mean, positive vibes too, man.
Well, hey, what we're gonna do is
that's why say what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, what we're going to do, Winfred, is we're going to have to get one big podcast collaboration so that way we can all be on each podcast. I see awesome. T-Dot just joined on here.
What's up,
T? T? Hey, T. Make sure y'all get out there and check out the ICE event tonight as well.
Oh, we hosting 2 events. Friday at ICE, we're hosting from 5 to 8 Trappy Hour, and then we're also doing a pop-up show Sunday at ICE as well.
Awesome. And then tomorrow's the last day of the month, the second quarter for the second month of the second quarter. So that's why we need to talk about investments for June.
Could be getting dividends. Starbucks just paid one out. I just got another one through, it wasn't Sprint. Man, listen, they paying dividends. You could have got some.
You better get in position. That's all I got to tell you. I'm getting in position. You better get in position. And I'm helping to educate you to do that. So make sure you tune in every Thursday for the month of June. I'm going to be partnered with Winfred and Donelle. And we're going to educate on the benefits of investing stocks and bonds. It continues because we still got 401 that we haven't talked about, Roth ROAs we ain't talked about. So it's so much we can't cover it in this 30 minutes or so. Now we're at 45 minutes. So we're going to get on here and we're going to get some jamming music, and then we're going to get on out for here and let you guys enjoy your day. And then Donelle, you stick with us because we're going to get some things lined up.
Let's do it.
What y'all know about that Lisa and Coke Jam? Where y'all at? Y'all don't know. Y'all ain't ready. We gonna wonder if you gonna take these stocks and bonds home. How about that?
That's
Woo.
awesome.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So much. I so greatly appreciate you. If you feel like this is something helpful for somebody else, please share.
Yeah.
Please share. It's been so long since I heard Lisa Nicole Jam. I done lost the words. But I bet you somebody in their day office right now singing the song. Right now, word for word. Who is it? I want to see. Winfred even jamming. Y'all, I wish this cast was on this TV.
Man.
Winfred over there shouting. I did it, brother. Get it. Yes. That's what neighborhood jams is all about. We jamming in here, y'all.
Showing now.
We're gonna take these stocks and bonds home so we get some residuals.
Get some residuals. Come on.
Yes. So that's our time for right now. We're gonna log off for here. We so appreciate y'all. You have a great Thursday, a great weekend.
Yes.
Make sure you check out all the events that's going on around in the Oklahoma City area. Make sure you keep in contact with my good friend, Mr. Winfred Burns. I've made a connection through Donelle. Thank you so much, Donelle. I now have a good friend. And we're going to connection and we're going to make this happen. So make sure you tune in for the month of June. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be investment month for June for all of us. Make sure you stay tuned and join us next Thursday right here at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time with Neighborhood Jams Live with Sunny Council. And I'm your girl, Sunny Council, and we're signing off. And it's my good guest, Donelle Cole and Winfred Burns. And we thank you so much. You guys have a great day and a great weekend. I'm going to sign all these off real quick. Stop all the cameras.
Awesome.